My name is Mackenzie, and I won the Youth Fiction Award. So, this young boy, Milo, lives in China with his family who are like never around. And so one day he decides to leave to go to this lighthouse. The story was a school project, oddly enough. Like the assignment was to write a story that took place in the future that had a happy ending. It was really hard for me to find a happy ending to it because when we think of the future, we think of like everything just going downhill. Um, so something that like makes me happy is hanging out with my family or hanging out with my grandparents because I don't get to see them a lot. So I figured happy ending. This boy gets to meet his long lost friend. If you submitted your story, then you got some like bonus points. And I was like, what's the harm? So I did. I didn't even receive like a overachieving grade for it. Like it was average according like with everyone else in the class. So the fact that like I even got to have such an experience is really funny to me. But it also like gives me a new perspective on like my writing and stuff. So the biggest or like best piece of advice that any of my teachers have given me is that it doesn't come easy on the first try. So like my story for the assignment we had, I'm not sure, a week to complete it or something, maybe more. And my original story was nothing like it. I wanted to have a lighthouse in the story because obviously we live in Maine and I think that'd be cool to kind of incorporate. But it had none of the plot elements that the final one had. And we went into class and we peer reviewed and teacher reviewed and whatnot, and you have someone else look at your work. It like opens new windows for better revision. It was really exciting. It was not what I expected, to be honest. I had never done anything like this before. And I went in and there was a whole room filled with adults and I was like the only kid there. We listened to the first like 4 or 5 people go up and I was terrified because if I had won, that means I had to go up in front of everyone and the first like 3 people were on Zoom. So it was like really scary for me to go up there and say my words of thanks. Just try it, see what happens.